jump T20 final.
And this is Raquel CERQUEIRA of Portugal. This, her first attempt, hit the board well. She came into this with a personal best of 4.75. She's jumped 4.53 this season. And she opens up with 4.21.
Now this is Mikela RISTOSKI of Croatia, the world champion from 2011 when the T20 category returned to full competition after about a decade away. And she's won bronzes since then in the Europeans in 2012, the Paralympic Games of 2012 and last year's World Championships in Lyon. And she has the longest season's best, which is also her personal best of 5.71. She's a clear favourite for gold here. Regularly tilts for glory against Carolina Kuharczyk, who isn't here. 5.12 has her in the lead.
Coming up now, we have Kristina MINAKOVA of Russia. 4.89 this season, her personal best, and she seemed to go very close to the board there. But she's been given the white flag. And used the full extremity there just before the plasticine. And 5.25 is enough to give her the early lead.
Now this is Erika GOMES for Portugal, but MINAKOVA has set the standard. The 17-year-old, that was a personal best for her to put her into the lead. So can GOMES affect it? No, she went right through the board, and that will be a foul against the Portuguese. ROZDOBUDKO. RISTOSKI is the only one in the field who's been a regular medalist. ROZDOBUDKO aiming to get into the medals here. She didn't use the board at all. 5.19 is her personal best, which, if she were to emulate that, would be the silver medal position at the moment. But I'm pretty sure she took off before the board came into play. She did that, and by a long way. She might have given about 40 centimeters away or more. ROZDOBUDKO, 25 years old. She's been made to wait quite a while for the final classification to come in. Should be around 4.50, which should put her into the medals. CERQUEIRA of Portugal, the target, 4.21 in third place at the moment. Now back to the long jump, and this is Claudia SANTOS of Portugal. Still no result up for ROZDOBUDKO. But SANTOS is aiming to get into the medals here. We've got 3 Portuguese in the competition, and SANTOS has launched herself out very well. That might just get her in the medals ahead of her compatriot, CERQUEIRA. Erika GOMES has just done a foul. Unusually, ROZDOBUDKO hasn't had a result come up yet. Normally that holds up the competition. But SANTOS went out a long way, and she's got herself into the medals here for the moment in this opening round, as she's registered a leap of 4.40 meters. And now it's SANTOS of Hungary. 20 years old, she turned this year. Used the board very strongly indeed.
Rather stuttered before it though, which may cost her.
There's a fair old clump into it. Might have been okay. Just beyond 4 meters. Well, that's come up as 4.32, and she goes into 4th place. But ROZDOBUDKO still to learn how she's done in that opening round. So she goes 4th. Women's long jump, T20 final, and this is Olena ROZDOBUDKO, who fouled on the opening round. And let's just take a look at this. We've already seen this a few minutes ago, and actually her foot went right over the plasticine there. So she was given a re-jump, and she fouled in the first round anyway. So she had 2 attempts in the first round, and she fouled both of them. But a chance to improve for her as the competition moves on.
Here's the second round now. Mikela RISTOSKI of Croatia. 5-12 in the first round. And that's very, very good. That's beyond that. And that could be troubling the leaders here. Great pace on the runway from the Croat. No problems on the board there. And she's way beyond 5 meters. 5:33. She is the new leader.
For Russia, Kristina MINAKOVA. 5:25 in the opening round, a new lifetime best, and she's attacking the board well again. It's in and around or beyond 5 meters. But RISTOSKI of Croatia certainly set the standard impressively with that 5:33. MINAKOVA in second place, and ROZDOBUDKO looking to push up into the medals, along with the other Portuguese, GOMES, SANTOS and CERQUEIRA. Unusual Russian singlet, it's pink, and it's second place at the moment for MINAKOVA. 5 meters dead.
Now we see second attempt for GOMES of Portugal. Fouled first time around. Personal best of 4.97 set this season. And she stuttered before the board, but she got very good elevation from it. And she will be beyond 4.5 meters there. Just problems with her rhythm at the moment. Just that stutter step there, which maybe cost her a few centimeters. 4.63, good enough to put her third at the moment.
So now ROZDOBUDKO, who we've seen foul twice, her second attempt in the competition to try and get on the scoreboard. And more importantly for her, try and get beyond GOMES into the medals. 4.64 would do it, and that is beyond 5 meters, or at least very close to 5 meters by the looks of it. And that should get her into the bronze position at the very least. No trouble with the board this time, it looks. And she used it wisely. Launched down close to around 5 meters. And ROZDOBUDKO, 4.88. She goes into the bronze medal position.
Now we have Claudia Santos of Portugal, 4.40 in her first round, a season's best. And she's well over 4 meters again. .446, her best this season. Currently out of the medals. And she remains there. 4.37, 4.40, her best leap so far.
Women's long jump we return to now, and Raquel CERQUEIRA of Portugal, we're into the penultimate round. 4.21, her best so far, and that's out around that mark again. It's being led by, at the moment, RISTOSKI 5.33, MINAKOVA of Russia second 5.25, and ROZDOBUDKO of Ukraine third with 5.15, and those in the first 3 rounds. RISTOSKI of Croatia leading, and CERQUEIRA, one of 3 Portuguese. Doesn't look as if she's improved by a huge amount. Well, she has. 4.28, and she's 7th.
Now we have CSONTOS of Hungary, 4.40. Her best leap so far. And she's up over 4 meters again. And the long jump pit has been the place to be at times throughout this competition. And she has managed to go in excess of 4 meters, and that's 4:11. But she will stay down out of the medals.
Claudia Santos of Portugal currently lying in 5th place, 4:63, her best, which came in round 3. That is season's best for her. Needs to improve by half a meter in order to have a chance of the medals. And she's given it a good go, but again, it doesn't seem to have been a massive improvement in what she's achieved so far this morning in this T20 long jump final. Put herself out a good distance. This is a category which only came back into Paralympic competition in the last 4 years or so. She stays 5th.
And now another Portuguese, Erika Gomes, 4:63, her best leap so far. This her penultimate attempt. .497, her personal best set this season. And she's somewhere beyond 450 with that, you feel? Just that stutter step again before the board. Maybe just losing her some distance. 4:54, so 4:63 twice, puts her in 4th place.
Olena ROZDOBUDKO of the Ukraine, 5:15 in the 3rd round. Currently has her in the bronze medal position. An improvement of 10 on that. It would break her lifetime best, and that would see her move up into silver and overtake MINAKOVA. An excellent attempt earlier on. So can she get beyond what she's achieved today? I'm not sure she used the board at all there, really. So it won't be a massive improvement for her at all. The wind negligible right now, wind reading barely registering. And she leapt well before the board. I think she gave away probably half a meter. 3:91, and she stays in bronze.
RISTOSKI, in fact it's MINAKOVA I should say, of Russia. 5:25, enough to put her in 2nd place so far. .571, her personal best set this year. And she thumps the board well, and she's up out towards 5 meters again there. 5:25 in the opening round. Enough to put her in the silver medal position at the moment. And that was well timed onto the board to take her out over 5 meters. 5:12. So the opening round leaves her in 2nd place.
Mikela RISTOSKI of Croatia, our leader. 5:33, her best so far. Came in the 2nd round, followed up with a 5:32. The world champion from Christchurch in 2011. Here she comes in the 2nd last round, round 5. And she's gone a long way out, and surely that's beyond 5 meters again. As short as 4:98. Well, she's been in tremendous form today in this long jump final. And she launches herself out again. That's certainly beyond 5 meters. 5:33, her best of the day to date. Well, she's showing who's boss, 5:28. Her best three, all good enough to win gold.
And we've not heard the Croatian anthem so far here in Swansea, but we may do so later on today. Here is CERQUEIRA, down in 7th place. Her final attempt to improve on 4:28. And she's over 4 meters. Unable to improve on her personal best here so far today. And 4:14, only her second legal leap, and she's in 7th.
So, Piroska, SANTOS of Hungary, her final attempt, 4:40 the best so far, which came in round 2. And an improvement basically of half a meter would see her go up into 4th place. 20 years old. MINAKOVA is the youngest in the competition, and she's having a great time of it right now. Competition which was only revived, the category, in the last 3-4 years. SANTOS didn't use the board majorly, but enough of it, and she goes out to around 4.5 meters again. Well, 4:40 adequate for SANTOS. 25 centimeters further on would see her go up 1 place, and another 25 to go up by 2. Those are the increments. She hasn't improved, so SANTOS finishes in 6th place with 4:40 in the second round.
From SANTOS to SANTOS of Portugal. Season's best, 4:63 so far in the 3rd round. And this her final attempt to improve on that. This in the T20 category. And she let well off the board. Out towards 4.5 meters or so. Her season's best, 4:63. And GOMES ahead of her has posted 4:89, and she won't get near that, 4:46, so Claudia SANTOS will finish in 5th. And it's been a hard morning.
So the leading Portuguese, Erika GOMES, currently in 4th place. Needs to beat her personal best of 4:97 by 20 centimeters in order to get up above ROZDOBUDKO into the bronze medal position. 4:63 her best today, and she's done it twice, rounds 2 and 3. Can she produce the leap of her life to get into the medals? She'd have to improve by just over half a meter in her best so far today. But the long jump has given us some great excitement so far this week, and it's the same here. Well, it's a good attempt. It's close to 5 meters, but is it beyond? It doesn't look as if it'll be the incredible improvement that's needed in order to deny the Ukrainian the bronze. But GOMES has given this a really good attempt. It's certainly one of the best leaps of her life. 4.97 is her lifetime best set this year. It's 4.89. She improves in distance, but not in position. She finishes fourth and outside the medals.
So the remaining jumpers, no, they are guaranteed a place on the podium, but what colour will be the medal? Here is ROZDOBUDKO. 5.15 so far. 5.25 is MINAKOVA in the silver medal position. ROZDOBUDKO comes up forward now, and she hits the board well, but doesn't get up towards 5 meters. ROZDOBUDKO has had an interesting sequence. She had 2 foul jumps at the start and didn't really use the board too well there. She left something on the runway. 4.33, 5.15 her best, and she will finish in the bronze medal position.
So down to the top 2, and the youngest in the competition, Kristina MINAKOVA. She's still 17 years old. It's next week, the 1st of September, when she celebrates her 18th birthday. And will it be with a gold medal or a silver? A personal best in the opening round of 5 meters 25, and she led. She is 8 centimeters behind the lead right now. Needs an improvement of 9 because she couldn't win on countback. It has to be 5.34 or it's silver for her. Oh, she's gone out a great distance. That's around 5.5 meters. It's a tremendous lead, but it's a red flag. And that's it. MINAKOVA has the silver medal, and RISTOSKI takes the gold, and she was well over the board. And that's why she went well beyond 5.50. It was a monstrous leap, but that's it. MINAKOVA, the silver medalist, and it's Croatian gold.
So the personal best, not good enough for the Russian. So RISTOSKI will pick up the first gold medal for Croatia at these European Championships. 5.44, her best leap. And this, a victory charge for her. Well over 5 meters again. And we will be hearing the Croatian anthem for the first time at Swansea 2014. Thanks to Mikela RISTOSKI. Looking to finish with a flourish. And she does. 5.44 into a pretty stiff headwind. And she is the winner. Look at that delight of the women's long jump in the T20 classification. Gold for Croatia.
And RISTOSKI dominated that so much that her best 4 attempts would each have won gold. MINAKOVA, the silver for Russia, personal best. She's still only 17. And ROZDOBUDKO gets, for Ukraine, the bronze medal.
37 nations here, and 32 have now won a medal at Swansea 2014. Gold for Croatia.
And RISTOSKI dominated that so much that her best 4 attempts would each have won gold. MINAKOVA, the silver for Russia.